Hi, it's Claire from Woodswork, and we're going to have a chat about the difference between sections, columns and rows. Now, a section is the overarching, encompassing area of your website, and usually they are coloured either purple, which will mean it's full width section, and what that means is that it stretches the content of it as far as it possibly can to the full width. So any images will always be full width. The next kind of section is a blue one, which is a fairly standard section, and then we also have some more complex sections as well that we won't go into. If you ever wanted to add a section, you click on the plus button here at the bottom of a normal section, then you'll be able to add another one. It'll just pop up some options here for you with the regular. Specialty, as I mentioned, you won't need to look at, and a full width. Now within the overarching section area, we have a row. And within rows, we can actually set it to have many columns. You can set up to, this is actually the column icon here. I'll click on there and we'll see. You can actually set your columns to be in various different configurations, and they're all basic multiples of 6. So if you are wanting to have only 2 columns, this one is actually 3 columns, what we've got here at the moment. If I wanted to, and you can tell it's 3 because it's in blue rather than in green. If I want to go and set that to be 4, then it would add an extra column at the end. And here you can see that it's done that. Okay. If you want to change it back to 3, you can either go undo or you can go back to 3. What will happen if you decide that you want to make it 2 columns? What it will do is it will add everything that's in the 3rd column, it will dump it into the 2nd column. So let's go and have a look, see if it does that. There you go. So it's added everything from that 1st column and it's dumped it into the 2nd column. There is another way of editing columns, and it's by popping into this little cog icon here onto the row settings, and you'll see that it's actually telling you, here we go, well, we've got 1 column here, we've got another column here. You can delete them obviously by this very fancy looking little rubbish bin, or you can duplicate them. That's what this icon means, it's duplicated. Now that icon, these icons are the same throughout the site, so if you see a cog, there's more information. If you see this icon here, it's duplicating, and if you see this one, it's a bin. So if I wanted to make another one, I could add a new one here by just pressing on this plus column. So I'm going to go and do that. Or you could actually duplicate it by clicking on here. Let's do that instead. And I might actually add another one just for good measure and see what happens. So here we go. I'm just going to click that and say, yep, save the changes. And then you can have a little look and see what we've ended up with. So you can see here that we've got a blank column because nothing is in it. We have the 1st column, the 2nd column, and the 3rd column, and then the 4th column. Okay, you can easily go back in and edit those if you want to. Sometimes you can just throw some content from one column into another, like this. Sometimes you can actually decide, well no, actually really I don't want that extra column, so you can go back to it here, and if you're completely deleting the information from that column, you click the bin. Simple as that. Okay, so that's a basic overview of columns, rows and sections. Now, the column options have quite a lot of different information in them, so do the sections, but within this row cog here, you'll see that we'll be able to do a fair amount of editing when we hit into this little cog icon here. There are things that you can do, such as adding a background. So if I add a background to that column, it adds it to wherever the column, the depth of the column. And this is based on the content that is in the column. So if I went and added, I'm just going to say OK to that horrible pink column. But if I wanted to add another photo or another text block, let's go and add some more text here. It will make that column extend further down. The background will extend further down the column. So whatever you do to a column in its settings will apply to the whole column. Now, if you'd like more information on this or there's something specific that you want to learn about, feel free to just contact me, let me know, and I can create a tutorial for you.